All right, Mike Bond of USA Today Sports here in Albuquerque, standing next to the #1 pound-for-pound ranked fighter in the world, Mr. Jon Jones. Jon, fight's official.
That's me.
That is you. Fight's official, UFC 197, Daniel Cormier rematch. You're coming in this one as the challenger. Does that feel weird to you?
It feels a little different, but it is what it is.
Yeah, how excited are you to be back though? I mean, everything that's happened over the past year is kind of in the rearview mirror now. The fight's official. Is it exciting to be back in a training camp and just, have a fight to focus on again?
Yeah, it feels great. I feel alive and I feel like I'm right exactly where I'm supposed to be. Living to my full potential, doing what I love most.
And for this camp, it seems like you're shaking it up a bit. You hired new nutritionists, did some strength and conditioning stuff, some new grappling coaches. What was the reasoning behind, making these additions to your team?
I just wanted to make my best a little bit better. Honestly, I wasn't even giving my best before, but just wanna make things better. I've always neglected to get new jiu-jitsu coaches because I have the most submissions in light heavyweight history, and so I was just like, well. I guess I grapple naturally really well. And, Greg Jackson's done a really good job teaching me a lot of grappling things. Now I have somebody there correcting every little thing I do. So that obviously helps my confidence on the ground. Strength coaches. Throughout my career, I've had to use a lot of finesse, a lot of skills to make things work. There's been lots of times where I would shoot in on somebody and get sprawled on and not really have the strength to finish the shot. So now, I'm really confident in my strength to have to muscle certain situations if it comes down to that. Hired a new nutritionist as well. Just things that I can control. Trying to be on top of all that stuff. And I feel like I am right at this point, so it's good.
Yeah, and you mentioned the strength thing. I know, you finish plenty of guys with strikes, but I know you've talked about in the past that one-punch KO, like that you still haven't found yet. Is that something that you feel, a progression in your one-hit power kind of with the strength training?
Yeah, I definitely believe I have the power to get a one-strike KO at this point in my career, and hopefully I can get one for sure. I've been looking for it, and it'd be nice to get it done.
Yeah. Between you and Daniel, all your history, a lot of people, marking this as a grudge match. Do you feel, what's the level of animosity going into the second fight compared to the first one?
I don't know. As of right now, there isn't any, but I'm sure when I see him, things may ramp up a bit.
Yeah, and that'll be next Friday before UFC 196 weigh-ins in Las Vegas. They have a press conference. Have you thought about, what that's going to be like, what, he might say to you, how you're going to react to it, and just what the entire scene is going to be like, really the first, major public appearance for the UFC?
No, I haven't really thought about it at all. No, I've been in the UFC for so many years now, so it can't be too much different than anything I've ever experienced. So I'm excited to just take it as it comes.
Yeah, and Daniel's fought twice since you guys met. Do you see, noticeable improvement in his game in those two fights? Or I know you like to study your opponents and stuff. What do you see between the first time you fought him and then coming into this one?
No comment.
No comment. Okay, and I guess from your perspective, went to the decision the first time. Is that kind of a goal of yours to finish it this time around, or what's kind of the goal for this fight for you?
My goal is to win it in a more dominating fashion than I did last time. A finish would be an absolute cherry on top, but I really just want to perform better than I did the first time.
What were you not happy with the first time, would you say?
I got hit with a lot of things, and that's about it. Just got hit a lot in the first fight, and this fight, if I could correct some of those things and just be more dominant, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, and is part of that really being looking forward to just putting this chapter of your career with Daniel behind you? I imagine, we don't see, if one fighter wins twice, we don't usually see a third fight. Is that something you're eager to kind of put him in the past to be able to move on to different fights?
Yeah, I mean, if I have those feelings a little bit more with Gustafsson than I do with Daniel, I beat him by a unanimous decision, so I don't really have this feeling where I need to put him away or, to get rid of him once and for all. I just need to fight him because he has the belt right now. That's really what this is all about for me. So, but what you're saying, I feel that way more about Gustafsson. I really need to fight him again just to get rid of all doubt.
Yeah. And when you look forward to this year, obviously this fight is the main priority, but are you looking to have like a busy year, or is it just, see how this fight goes, see how you feel afterwards, then look ahead to the next one? Are you I know you mentioned, 3 guys at light heavyweight before you consider going up, Cormier, Anthony Johnson, Gustafsson. Are you looking to get those done pretty quick?
No, not necessarily quick. Let's see how I feel, my body feels after this fight, and then we'll talk about what's next.
Awesome. And last question. I mean, I think we're about under 2 months away from the fight now. What's kind of the key in your mind for these final 2 months, ramping up training camp? Is there, a benchmark in your mind that you want to reach before the fight happens?
No, right now I'm just enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the journey. I feel really great in my training. I'm definitely ahead of the game in many ways, and I'm just taking each day as it comes and trying to not count the days, but make the days count.
Awesome. That's Jon Jones. I'm Mike Vaughn. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the time, Jon.